For those of you who can see this just fine with that road sign, then you go for it. You just start working it with the road sign. But if you need like more of a number line view of it, then I would take that road sign and I would draw a number line instead to see where these cities are ending up. So let's see. The biggest one, the biggest mile marker is Fairbanks. So that one's at 309. So at 309, that is Fairbanks. At 192, that's the national park. And then at 164, that's Cantwell. Okay, so it's asking, how far is it from Cantwell to Fairbanks? What did we learn yesterday? What did we do with the numbers? Say it louder. Subtract. Thank you, Jose. So go ahead, get your calculator out and subtract 309 minus 164. Jessica, how far is it from Cantwell to Fairbanks? 145, what? Miles. Very good, because we use miles as our unit of measurement for roads in the United States. Okay. Ooh, did you think about this next one yet? I'm going to give you a minute to think about it. Is the park closer to Cantwell or closer to Fairbanks? If you didn't want to guess, if you wanted to make sure you were doing it right, Savannah, how would you decide which one it's closer to? What math would you do?
You could subtract Fairbanks minus Denali or Fairbanks minus Cantwell.
Okay, very good. So we're going to subtract 309 minus 192. How far apart are those? 117? Someone else? 192 minus 164. Way closer, right? So this distance is 28. This distance is 117. Do we all feel good with our answer? Of which one's closer to the park? Definitely Cantwell. So go ahead and write that down. All right, so the first thing I would do is what the problem tells me to do. I would put the towns in order and I would label my number line. So it's saying that you live in Stewartsville. So here's you. That's you. The star, that's where you live. And in your town, in Stewartsville, you see this sign. Now the sign is pointing the correct way. It's saying Trent is over to the right 38 miles and Vestavia Hills is over to the right 114 miles. Which one's further from your home? VH, right? We don't have to say the whole name, Vestavia Hills or whatever. VH, that one's further because it's 114 miles away. So that one is 114 miles away. Trent is closer to you. I'm going to put a T for Trent, and then I'm going to mark it. It's 38 miles away. 38 miles from your home. Now let's go to the left. Let's look to the left. Which one is further away from us, Norman or Priceville? We looked at a bigger number. Norman is 205 miles away, so I'm going to put an N for Norman. I'm going to put 205 miles. And then, what do we got? Priceville, P. And that is 96 miles. So now I've marked everything I can possibly mark so far. Let's see what it's going to ask us. How far is it from Trent to Norman? Ooh, from Trent to Norman. So that means we're going to start here, and we're going to go all the way here. Chris, what numbers would we add together to get from Trent to Norman? Yeah, what numbers would I add? Okay, so how far is it from T to S? 38. How far is it from S to N? Good. Do you agree that if I go from T to S, then from S to N, I've gone from T to N? That's actually what we're going to learn tomorrow. That's called segment addition, but I think y'all could figure that on your own. So, 205 plus 38, go. 205 plus 38. Get that calculator out. 205 plus 38. What'd you get, Shane? What'd you get? What number is it? Oh, you're just sitting there. Where's your worksheet? 243. We're just adding them together. 205 plus 38. Because we travel 38 and then we travel 205. Okay. I'm going to let you do the rest on your own because I've mapped it all out for you. What else can I go over? What else did you not know how to do from the homework? Of the different things that people could ask you to round to. We could ask you to round to the nearest ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, but we actually don't normally ask you to round to those. Normally, we want some decimal places. So we could round to the nearest tenths, hundredths, thousandths. So if I want 1 after the decimal place, that's the nearest tenth, and then 2 would be the nearest hundredth, and then 3 would be the nearest thousandths. So what if I asked you to round this number to the nearest tenths? I want you to write on your whiteboard what 10.213 would be rounded to the nearest tenth. Not tens. Do you see the difference? Not tens, but tenth. So that'd be 1 decimal place. Yes, no, yes. No, yes, no, yes. Erase those 2 zeros, yes. So the nearest tenths, here's how I remember it. I remember it using money, because we all know about money. Almost. If you had $10, the number 10, how many zeros does that have? 1 0. So I want 1 decimal place. So if I say it around there's tenths, I want 1 decimal place. So what you do, what is it? I don't know what that does. Okay, anyways. So what you do is you look at 1 decimal place, and then he's going to consult his neighbor. His neighbor's either going to tell him to stay the same or to bump up. What would a 1 tell someone? To stay the same or to bump up? Stay the same. If it's 0 through 4, you stay the same. If it's 5 and above, 5 through 9, you bump up. So the 1 is telling the 2 to stay the same. And so we just put 10.2. How many decimal places? 1. I didn't put 0, 0 after it because I wanted 1 decimal place because 10 has 1 0. How many zeros does 100 have? 2. So how many decimal places do I want? 2. Show me on your whiteboard. 10.213 to the nearest hundredths. Perfect. Perfect. Try again. Erase that last 0. Yes, yes. Very good. Perfect. That's it. I only want 2 decimal places. I want 2 of them. And so you look at the second one. Dun, dun, dun. That's the one I want. And you consult your neighbor. Does the neighbor say bump up or stay the same? Stay the same. Okay. We're not going to do the nearest thousandths because this is already rounded to the nearest thousandths. What's that number?
Pi.
Pi. Very good. I want you to round pi to the nearest thousandth. Thousandth. I want you to round to the nearest thousandth. Sorry, I need to do it myself. Try again. Try again. Almost, but $1,000. Think of this. $1,000. How many zeros? 3 zeros. So how many decimal places do I want? 3 decimal places.
Oh,
Correct. Correct. Try again. Try again. Try again. Try again. Try again.
0, 0.
Correct. Correct. Try again. Perfect. Yes. Try again. Okay, so what this means is I want 3 decimal places. So what you do is you go to the 3rd decimal place. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Ding, 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 ding. That one's my winner. Now I need to consult my neighbor. Hey neighbor, how you doing today? Should I stay the same or should I bump up? What does the 5 tell him? Bump up. 5 and above, you bump up. What do you become if a 1 bumps up? A 2. The next number is 2. So the answer is 3.14, and then he gets promoted to 2. How many decimal places did I want? 3. Did I get 3? Yes. Did I use my rounding rules? Yes. That is the answer, 3.142. Do we need another one? Divide that in your calculator. It's going to be okay.
Oh, okay.
Divide that in your calculator and then round it to the nearest hundredth. How many decimal places is nearest hundredth? 2, because $100 has 2 zeros. I don't even know what it is. Yes! Oh, wait, try again. Yes, yes, try again. Yes, yes, you're really close though. You're really close. Yes, yes. No, I want 2 decimal places. Very good, that's it. Very good. Okay, what do you get? What is 8 divided by 3? Give me lots of decimal places. 2.66. Oh.
And there's a 7.
Well, your calculator does that for you. It's actually 6 forever and ever, but it rounds it for you. So anyways, 2.6 repeating. I go nearest hundredth, that's 2 decimal places. I go to the second one, but I don't stop there. I have to consult my neighbor. Hey, neighbor, do I stay the same or do I bump up? 6 says it's bigger than 5. It says to bump up. So I would get 2.6. This one gets promoted to a 7. That is the answer. Okay. Last one. Square root of 5. Does everyone know where the square root button is? Press second in x squared. Square root of 5, and I want you to round it to the nearest tenth. If you had $10, how many zeros is that? 1 0. Good, good. Good. Yes, 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 perfect. Perfect. Change that last number. Perfect. So the square root of 5 is 2.236. Okay, that's all I need. Okay. Nearest tenth, 1 decimal place. You are our winner. That one is our winner. Our winner needs to consult its neighbor. Hey, neighbor, do I bump up or stay the same? What does the 3 say? Stay the same. Because 3 is less than 5. It says stay the same. So 2.2. It did not get promoted. 2.2. Okay. We need to move on. Not this quiz. I never quiz you over something so freshly taught to you. I let you think about it for a couple days. Our mission is... What's our mission? Rescue Agent X. Okay. So we're going to remember, I'm going to remind you how to solve for X. Okay. This is probably familiar to you. Order of operations, right? What does it stand for? Parentheses, I wonder, exponents, multiply, divide, add. Oh, y'all are awesome. Okay, so who is in our first showdown? Addition versus subtraction. Those are opposites. Addition and subtraction are opposites. If you want to rescue Agent X, all you have to do is the opposite. That's all you have to do. What's the opposite of plus 3? Minus 3. So all you would do is subtract 3. Whatever you do to one side, you must also do to the other. Y'all had great algebra teachers. X is 5 minus 3. X is 2. So we're okay with that, right? The opposite of plus is minus. The way that you get rid of a number is you do the opposite. All right, who's in our next showdown? Multiplication versus division. Those are opposites. If something's being multiplied and you want to get rid of it, you divide. Okay. Let's see what that looks like. Oh no, we have a 2-step problem. You need to move the 2 first. What's the opposite of minus 2? Everyone write this on their board. Write on your board. 3x minus 2 equals 7. So step 1, Chris, what do you want to do first?
Add 2.
Yes, we do. Very good. Add 2. 3x equals, what's 7 plus 2, guys?
It's 3.
Don't tell me the final answer. It's 9. All right. What do you want to do next, Alexis? Sorry, Alexa. I'm sorry. What'd you want to say? Divide by 3. Because the opposite of multiplying is dividing. The way you get rid of something is you do the opposite. And then you maybe know that 9 divided by 3 is 3, but if you don't, you could ask your calculator. And x is 3. Very good. I think y'all know how to do this stuff. We're not going to do the challenge in your notes because you don't have notes. I want you to write this one. Go ahead and do this one. 2, you want to do x instead of h? We can do x if y'all are scared of h. 2x plus 3 equals 8x minus 9. It's okay. You want to get all your x's on one side and all your constants on the other side. Ruthie, what would you like to do first? Well, right, but right now there's nothing to group. I have an x and a number. I have an x and a number. So I can't group anything. We have to move something. What do you want to move? Okay, well, so do y'all like working with positives better or negatives better? Positives. So if we want to keep things positive, you want to move the 2x so it can be positive? Yeah, let's move the 2x. Because I would rather move the 2x, that way I'm keeping my x's positive. Okay, these cancel. So we've got 3 equals, what's 8 minus 2?
6.
Oh goodness, yes, it is 6. So if we would have moved the 8, we would have gotten a negative 6, and we don't really want that. Okay, Jared, what do we do next? What's the opposite of minus 9? We're doing the opposite. Plus 9. So everyone do plus 9. That's how you slash something out. That's how you get rid of something. We're trying to get rid of everything. What's 3 plus 9?
12.
Yeah, 12 equals 6x. Last step. What do you think, Lillian? Divide by 6. Because the opposite of multiplying is dividing. The way you get rid of a number is you do the opposite. What is the final answer, Jacob? 2. 12 divided by 6. X is 2. X is 2. Okay. We just went from difficult to easy. Try this one. X divided by 4 equals 2. Jose, what's the opposite of dividing? Multiplying. So how should we get rid of that 4? Multiply. Whatever you do to one side, you must also do to the other. These 4's cancel because multiplying and dividing are opposites. And so x equals 2 times 4. 8. That was a one-step problem. X is 8. Not scary. Last problem, and then we're going to review and take our quiz. Last problem. X over 2 plus 6 equals 2. I'm going to give you a warning. Your answer is going to be negative on this one. How many questions are on the quiz? I don't know. It's a half sheet.
Honor mine.
Your answer will be negative, so don't be afraid of that. I recommend moving the 6 first. I would move the 6 first. Yes. Show me when you have your answer. No. Did you get to my step? Here. You multiply by 2?
Bruh.
Yeah, you multiply by 2, but you forgot to multiply by 6 by 2. I would move the 6 first and then multiply by 2.
Oh, I didn't multiply.
No.
Oh, never mind.
X over 2 equals 4. Then I showed you what to do when you're dividing by 2. The opposite of dividing is multiplying. So if you want to get rid of that 2, you multiply the left times 2 and the right times 2. Now the 2's gone. Negative 4 times 2. Negative 8. So that was the answer, negative 8.